Sunrise songs. I think that's possible. That's possible. I would love to put out the everything that we've done for Dead by Sunrise just out there for you guys to have. But I don't know if that's possible. Am I a vegan because of PETA? That's a good question. No, I'm not. I like to eat animals. I do. And I also wear leather products. But there are certain types of fur and there are other kinds of excuse me. I'm sorry. I just heard somebody calling my name in the back. I apologize. Back to the PETA thing. I do eat meat and I do wear leather. I am against fur and I'm against the fur business and how they treat the livestock. So. How nervous was I trying out for Linkin Park? I actually wasn't nervous at all. I actually didn't really think of it like I was auditioning for them. In my mind, they were really kind of auditioning for me as much as I was auditioning for them. So I knew that they had reached out to me and through their camp, he kind of reached out to me and asked me to submit a tape. I never even knew the band existed. So that was something that I really didn't consider. It wasn't like, oh, I hope I go, in for this interview and get the job. I kind of thought I already had the job, and they just needed to see it. And if they didn't choose me, then they were wrong. So. The first demo that I was sent from the band, I think it had will we ever play a show with every LP song? That would be fun. I'm down. Try to convince the rest of the band. We'll just start from the beginning and play to the end. Play the present. Is nu metal dead? I hope so. Will we ever play Easier to Run live again? I don't think so. I don't think Dave likes that song. So, it's his fault. That's why we don't play it, because Dave doesn't like it. We should play Runaway? I hate that song. I lost you guys. I think I just disappeared for a minute, but oh well. Would you ever start a musical? I think I love doing theater productions. I could see myself doing a musical. There's a role for a guy with a lot of tattoos and giant holes in his ears. My Skull Blossoms painting is awesome. How did I do it? I made a stencil and cut the stencil out, and then I just stenciled the entire thing like 1,000 times. Dear Chester, will you answer my question? And then you didn't ask the question. What are my thoughts on chocolate chip cookies? It should be a unanimous. Chocolate chip cookies are amazing. What's my favorite Linkin Park song? I'd probably say Breaking the Habit and Paper Cut are probably my favorite. Do I like The Little Things Give You Away? Yeah. I do like that song. It's a great song too. Any weird gifts from fans? Yeah, I get weird stuff all the time. Like, I think I got some asparagus and some kind of cream dipping sauce, which was not. It was very thoughtful, but probably not the best gift. Do we keep all the stuff that's given to us? We keep. Hey, my nose is on the line. Sorry, I got distracted there. ADD. What do I like to drive? I drove a Honda Insight. It's like a big golf cart. I think someone asked me if I would ever grow a beard. I actually can't grow a beard. My hair grows like, if you've seen that movie Joe Dirt, where his hair just grows like this, and then he has like the weird wacky mustache. That's what happens to me. It's kind of bad. What do I think of shows like American Idol? I think it's cool. I think it's a way for people to showcase their talent or their lack of talent. And, they found some really great singers on that show. I would say that Blackout was probably the hardest song to write on 1,000 Suns, in my opinion. I may have answered that question differently earlier, but... Can we arrange a concert of songs that are rarely performed? I think that goes back to kind of... I think for certain people, that would be, really cool. That would be really cool for us to play a lot of songs that are rare, that we don't play very often. But I really don't think that most people would like to see us play a bunch of songs that they don't really know very well. Have I ever forgotten lyrics to the songs? I forget lyrics all the time. Sometimes I'm actually surprised that I sing some of the songs right, because I can't think of the songs, but they kind of just somehow they come in some way. What was so difficult about writing Blackout? Well, one of the difficult things was trying to find, I did the scat what I mean by the scat is kind of like an original melody without words, and I'm just kind of spewing sounds. And I had this wacky scat that was really difficult to kind of put words to, and I think that was really hard. And we also wrote the song in 3 different kind of movements, so trying to make that work, make the transitions make sense, and also, make the song aggressive without being, obvious. using obvious tricks was difficult. Will our next album be tricky like the last album in terms of, are we going to go out and are we going to, make a record that kind of changes our style and our sound so dramatically? I hope so. I think, I think that as long as we're making music that we think is original and that is interesting to us, we'll be happy. Did you chill with Alice Cooper? I haven't chilled with Alice Cooper, but I would love to. He's awesome. Would we ever consider letting fans pick our set list? Probably not. Is there going to be a new single? I don't think there's going to be a new single. I'm not sure. How did I deal with injuries on tour? I don't know. Each one's different. But I get injured all the time, and usually people don't notice. When you twist an ankle or pull something in your neck or something like that. But I think that usually we just play through them. The best way to get through any kind of injury is to take care of it. Obviously, but is to work through it. So. Usually we just play on. Prettiest place we've ever been? I would have to say we just played in, I think it was Norway for the first time, and that was like Norway in summer was like the most beautiful place I've ever seen. It was insane. Would I like to visit Russia in winter? Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's beautiful and freezing cold. Am I sad about the people who don't like the change in our music? I think at one time I probably was, back, in the Hybrid Theory, Meteora days. I took it very personally when people didn't like our music. And now I kind of just don't care. I know that the songs we put on our records are songs that I personally feel very confident in and feel very proud of. At the time, I believe that each record we put out is the best record we could make at that time. As time goes on, I think, we're much better songwriters now than we were when we wrote Hybrid Theory, but there's really great moments on Hybrid Theory that are awesome. But there are moments that I don't like. And I think that happens as you go on in your career as a musician. You're obviously going to like songs that you've written, and you're not going to like other songs that you've written. But I think that the most important thing for us is really just kind of not really worrying about what other people think and kind of just making music that we enjoy making. People are asking about like any other games or things like another 8-Bit Rebellion. We've got some things in mind, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have some more stuff coming out for you guys.